We'll talk about one thing that I been harping on all week, all week, and we'll start with that. The first thing I want to talk about is price does not bounce. It cannot bounce. It cannot bounce. For price to bounce, it needs velocity, it needs speed, it needs gravity, it needs to go to a hard surface and then bounce back up to where it was. Okay, um, so price doesn't have a mass. Okay, the reason why technical analysis started using that analogy to talk about how price moves, or the differentiation of price over time, is just to try and predict it. Okay, to have something to predict it, something to try to help see where it's going to go. Okay, I understand that. I understand that. But when you say the price bounces off any line, even if you say, even with strat stuff, if you say it bounced off the bottom of the Brodnik formation, it's not correct. Okay, it's not correct. If you say, now, what happens when it gets to the top of the Brodnik formation? Ricochets? Like, what is that? No, no, it's not. What price aggregates? Okay, it does not bounce. It does not. It doesn't even really move. Go see episode 34 with Raymond. Okay, go see his episode 34. He talks about what price is actually doing. The only price that is real is the price that is being paid right now. That's it. Now we do measure it on an x and y axis, and that's where we get our ranges. Okay, and in those ranges we have identified those, and we named them candles. Okay, but we call them ranges, and we identified them as well through reds and greens. Green means buy, red means sell. Okay, and we're trying to use those things to, again, decide where we're going to be at in the market. When you say bounce, when you say the price is coiling, when you say the price has momentum, when you say all these other words that have nothing to do with trading, you're trying to apply terms that deal with physics onto price, and price doesn't has nothing to do with that. Okay, for every price aggregates. So for every buyer, there has to be a seller. For every seller, there has to be a buyer, or the price doesn't move. JJ on the mic. Anytime JJ is on the mic, you'll hear him say, the only thing that makes the price move are orders to buy and orders to sell. Okay? Why do I keep harping on this? It's important because when you're trading, you need to have the right mindset. You need to look at the price and see what it's actually doing, or you're going to do it wrong. Okay? Every time you will. If I look at a chart and I go, okay, it's got to bounce. I know I bought it here, and I know it's going to the downside, but it's got to bounce. Or here's my SMAs. It's got to bounce off of one of these. Then number one, you've already identified the stock like it's a person. Okay, it has to do this. It has to do that. When we know the market does whatever it wants. Okay, the only thing the market is doing is presenting data. That's all it's doing. It's presenting data. It's your job to create those winning positions, add to them, and defend them with tight stops. But you can't do that if you're thinking about the price bouncing. You can't do that. If you're, you need to understand what's happening. We are in the strat. We are gauging participants by price and time. We are gauging participants by price and time. Once you understand those two things and understand that and how we will use them, you will be a lot better at trading, period.